Okay, so yeah, I think that's recording. Oh my gosh, it is so hard trying to record and then I can't even see what I'm recording because the light's too bright. But anyway, let's just get into it. So I bought this yesterday at Coles and I don't know how much it was. I'm assuming it was probably maybe $10 or $20. There was no price on the shelf, so I just grabbed it because I wanted it. I hummed and hard and I thought, no, I want that. Because I thought, give me something to do and then I can use it as part of my Easter decorations each year. And it can go next to my other cute bunny that I got from Big W, I think it was. So I'm going to paint this guy up. Reminds me of Peter Rabbit with his little jacket. I hope you guys can see that. There we go. Reminds me of Peter Jacket. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. I've got a sick child. Reminds me of Peter Rabbit. Yeah, so he's cute. And I'm not going to use these because these are normally pretty crappy. I'm going to use my own paint and my own paintbrushes. So I hope you can see that. I'm not sure what colour to do him. I'm just going to do this. Oh, my daughter is watching a movie with her brother and just having a nap on the couch. Poor little thing. She's been up, not feeling so great. So that's not fun. And hopefully she'll be feeling better by Easter. Hopefully it's just like a couple of days. Tummy bug or something, I think. But, oh, that's a pretty colour. Just going to put a little bit pink. I think I might do the egg pink. I think I might do the jacket blue. I like this shade of blue. Oh, that is perfect. That's the colour I wanted. I thought I was going to have to mix that up. I thought it was a darker blue, but it seems to be the right colour. So I think I'll do that first. Oh, that's nice. So yes, we're not doing much for Easter this year. Just a quiet one. We've had way too many expenses. Maybe one day we'll get to go somewhere. I'd like to go somewhere like during the holidays, start actually having a holiday. But it's very hard when you've got so many expenses and, you know, like we've had a lot of medical expenses and then, you know, big wedding expenses and just so many different expenses coming up, and that's more important. And yeah, I'm finally getting to see the gastro doctor like in a week, so I'm so excited for that. I just want to see what he thinks is going on with my digestive system and hopefully get some answers. I've been eating my special diet, so I am feeling somewhat better and a bit more energetic, and I've been doing some dancing on TikTok. And some guy just come over and show me some love. I'm like, righto, mate. But it's quite funny. But yeah, just been doing some dancing and posting some of them on here. And, you know, it feels good when you get up and have a little dance. And look, that's not the most energetic of dancing. I'm not a dancer. And I only ever went to a few dance classes, and I actually quit because I couldn't follow the instructions because I've probably got dyslexia or ADHD or something, and they do it. The dance teachers will show you the dance with their back to you, or I don't know, the way that either front ways or back ways, whichever way they were doing it. I was like, I need you to show me the other way because I can't pick it up when you're showing me that way. And then I needed them to show me like excuse me, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. I needed them to show me like 20 times, just like with maths. The same part of your brain that is used for maths must be the same part that's used for dancing, because I could not pick up dance moves and I could not pick up mathematics, but I tried. But yeah, you know what? The beauty of the modern age of TikTok and of YouTube is that if you can't do a dance, you can watch it 50 times on YouTube and learn it for free. So that is something that I do. Like, Oh, shite. Look what I just did. That's okay. He's not going to be a white bunny now. He's going to have to be a different colour. But, what was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say, but dancing. Been wanting to learn to dance for ages, and yeah, like the last few years with my fibro and everything going on, there was just no time. I wasn't up to it, and now I am starting to get a bit more mobile. I want to learn to do dancing, and they had rock and roll dancing here for years, for like the last 6 or 7 years, and no one would dance with me. I couldn't get anyone to dance with me, and I couldn't even get any friends to dance with me, and you know, it was just, I nearly went dancing with my female friends, but then I think she got, I don't know, she had things going on, or maybe she was sick, or I think she had some sickness at that time. And so then I was going to go with my daughter because she's very tall. She's nearly as tall as me. And then I think, and she was even tall years ago. She's quite tall. Then I think, I don't know, something happened. She just, every time I went to go, something happened, didn't pan out. And, but yeah, then I think they actually don't have the rockabilly dancing anymore. I don't know. So I'm like, it's very frustrating. But even when my boys were little, my boys used to do ballroom dancing, and I wanted to learn, and my husband at the time didn't want to dance with me, but he told me I wasn't allowed to dance with anyone else either. So, you know, very frustrating. I wanted to learn to dance for a long time. And now I can. Now I can just do TikTok dances. So, and I was watching a tutorial on the Wuthering Heights dance. I think it was on TikTok. This chick like did the whole dance, and she did it so well. It was like, this is the easiest tutorial to follow ever. I just need to watch it like 100 times so it sinks into my brain. So yeah, and you know, that's what I was going to say. I do have a treadmill, but I find it like it's really boring, and it's really hard to do the same repetitive movement over and over. I'm going to do blasted music when I get on the treadmill, which makes it a bit easier to, you know, stick with. But I find dancing more fun. So, and dancing is easier, like you can do a quick short burst of it, and you probably burn more calories too, rather than doing a big long walk. But anyway, that's what I've been up to, trying to get fit. I know it takes time, and you know, it didn't happen overnight. I didn't get unfit and sick overnight, and I'm not going to get healthy and toned and fit overnight either. It's about consistency. It's about you know, making that choice every day, or every day that you can. I've had a lot of setbacks. I did do some exercise yesterday morning before I went to the dentist, because I knew that after going to the dentist I wouldn't want to do it. I knew I wouldn't feel up to it. So I did my exercise before I took my Valium and before I got a needle in the face. You know, so I did that. But today I'm not doing any exercise. I got up at 4 a.m. My daughter's sick, and I've got to go check on her in a second. And she's sipping on some Hydralyte and having a Hydralyte ice block, and she doesn't like it. And I said, darling, it's that or it's the hospital if you get dehydrated. So she's doing her best to have that. But yeah, so anyway, I am proud of myself for exercising a fair bit this week. And I've lost a couple of kilos, and so I'm about week 3.5 into my weight loss journey. I've only lost a couple of kilos, but you know, it doesn't matter. I'm eating better, I'm moving more, and that's what matters. And I've pulled out way too much blue paint because I haven't painted for ages. Look, I put way too much foundation on yesterday when I did or day before I did my makeup, because I haven't used it for ages, and you just forget you don't need as much as you think you do. Anyway, there we go. He's looking very cute with his little blue jacket. I might do a second coat when that dries. I'm going to check on my child and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. All sorted. Children are alive and happy. This probably doesn't really need another coat, but I might just do one little one over it since I got the paint out. But yes, Easter, I've bought lots of nice presents. Bought some chocolate, but not as much as other years because, like I said, it often just ends up getting wasted. Same thing with Halloween every year when the kids get about a bucket full of lollies. It's like, okay, let's go home because, well, that's normally all they get anyway because the teenagers around here always go trick-or-treating and they always take it all. Like, they will go to houses. Some people will be, like, at the door and other people will just leave, like, a basket and be like, please take one or whatever. And the teenagers in this town will go around and, like, nick them all and, like, just take handfuls. And all the little kids will be all disappointed because the teenagers have taken it all. It's shocking. But so the kids don't normally get, like, more than a basket anyway, full of candy. But that's all they need anyway. We could have gone to a couple more houses last year, but I said, you know, you got a full basket, let's just go. And yeah, it's bad. I mean, I think teenagers should be able to trick or treat. There's nothing wrong with that. But God, don't be greedy and take it all and leave little kids with none. That's shocking. Like, did your parents not teach you any manners? And it's really funny. One year we went to this house and they said on Facebook that they had candy, so we went around there. And then, like, there was nobody home. There was a basket at the front that said, please take one, but there was no candy in it. And the kids came back and said, oh, Mum, there's no candy in the basket. And then we saw this, like, little kid staring at us through the window. And then he just, like, pulls the blind shut. And I was like, oh, his mum must have went to get more candy and he's probably sitting in his house scared. So he's just peeping at us through the curtain. It's quite funny. But anyway, unless the teenagers probably took it all. But every year we rewatch Hocus Pocus. We love that movie. So there we go. Little rabbit looks quite good. I'll put that in the water and I've wasted some paint. That's not good. Now I'm going to do this Easter egg. I'm going to do it all pink, and when it dries, I'll paint over the other areas because it's a bit hard otherwise. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty happy today, apart from the fact that I'm sleep deprived and got a sick child, which I think she's okay, but I think it's just gastro. But yeah, just keeping an eye on her. But for my own health wise, I'm pretty happy because I did not have to have the second root canal like I thought, and I got away with a filling as far as I know, unless it starts to play up. And basically I've had all my appointments, unless that tooth does play up over Easter. My dentist said give it over Easter. She gave me some painkillers just in case, which I'm hoping I don't have to touch, because that would just make me so happy. And she said give it over Easter. If it plays up and you need the painkillers, come back and we'll do the root canal. So I'm like, yep, that sounds like a good plan to me. And if that goes smoothly and nothing, like, it just settles, then next appointment is fitting of the denture plate. So happy about that. And you know, obviously it's not ideal. I am only 41, but like I've been saying, at some point I will look at getting some teeth implants, but it wouldn't be for a couple of years until I am completely on top of my health and I'm able to, you know, sort of be in a better position financially, mentally, physically, emotionally. I don't want to get a bank loan. I don't want to go into debt for it. I don't want to go and do it while I'm sick. You know, I want to be in a good headspace and good space and then go and do it, because I don't imagine it would be fun having things drilled into your jaw. It sounds excruciatingly painful, and I'll do it, but not yet. I've probably been to the dentist like 30 times in the last 3 years, if not more, in an effort to save my teeth. So it's been quite a lot to deal with emotionally and financially as well. But Anyway, we all have our challenges, and I'm sure I'll get there in time. I hope you guys can see me painting this rabbit. But yeah, so anyway, apart from that, that's really that's been going on in my life, really. Just focusing on my health and moving more and trying to learn this new diet and waiting for more answers and trying to just be in a good headspace. And now that I am starting to feel a bit better, I want to get the house cleaner. It's not really dirty, it's just like I've got some, like the bookcase is a mess. I hate having a messy bookcase. I'm like more OCD than people realize. Like people think I'm not, because like my house is often like, I mean, if things get messy, I'm not going to stress about it because I've learned it's not worth it. But if I'm feeling well and everything's going well and I've got the time, I love to have things in order. I hang all my clothes in my wardrobe the same way. I hang them by color. My wardrobe is color coded. And I like all my books all neat on the bookshelf. You know, I like things to look neat. I just want the house to look presentable so I can have people over, and you know, I like things to look aesthetically pleasing. That's why the house is a bright color, and I like to hang pictures and have family photos, and I like it to look nice. So yeah, but it's been, you know, Ben's been very unwell with, not saying well, but he's been having sleep apnea, so he's been not himself and had no energy. And then I've had nothing but pain this year with my teeth and my gut, and things have gotten a little bit slack around here, which I don't like. So I'm gonna try and do some spring cleaning. It's autumn. What am I on about? Going to try and do some autumn cleaning over Easter. But yeah. So that's like, you can see I've made a bit of a mess there. I have to go back over it and clean it up. But anyway, I'll give that a minute to dry. But yeah, so yesterday I went into the chemist to get my painkillers because the shops are shut over Easter, and I thought if I have an attack in the middle of the night, my toothaches always seem to come on at 9 o'clock at night, and you know, so I'm like, I need to have the painkillers in the cupboard just in case. But I haven't had any today, so that's really good because I'm in minimal pain, so that makes me happy. Makes me very hopeful that my tooth will settle. But anyway, I went to the chemist yesterday just to fill the script, and they said, oh, we don't have any, won't be until tomorrow. And I said, that's fine, I don't need them. You know, that's fine. And then they had this massive basket of chocolate at the counter. They had 2 smaller ones and 1 big massive one. It was an Easter raffle, and I was like, oh, I want to buy a ticket in that. But I couldn't because you had to buy something, so I would have had to buy like a chocolate or something little at the counter to get a ticket. And then the lady in front of me is like, oh, you can have my ticket. I don't want it. I don't want all that chocolate. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. I said, I've got 3 kids, so, you know, I'd love to win that. And yeah, so she gave me her ticket. I didn't even have to buy anything, so that was really nice of her. And, you know, I had a feeling like, I thought, oh, I might win. So normally when I get a feeling like that, I normally win. So it'd be interesting to see whether my gut feeling was right or not. And be funny if I did win. But yeah, last time I had a feeling like that, so there was a stronger feeling last time. I walked into Coles and they had a silver circle, and I just had the thought, pick the number 81 or 89, whatever number it was, and I had the thought, you're going to win the money, like it's yours. And yeah, and then so sure enough, I was like, and I bought 1 ticket. I bought one $2 ticket, and I picked the number that flashed into my head. So I saw the number and I heard, pick the number, whatever. And I picked the number, and then 3 days later they rang me and told me I won, and I wasn't surprised because I had a gut feeling like I knew I would win. I just heard, it's yours, you're going to win it, it's your prize, you're going to win it. And yeah, and I won the money, so I won $200. And sometimes I get gut feelings like that. So I don't know whether I'm psychic or what it is. I know, when I was younger, my mum was always like, psychics are bad, don't do that, don't go into all that sort of stuff. But I've always had like those sorts of moments where I think something or feel something, and I know like if something's going to happen sometimes, so it's weird. I don't know, but that's why I'm like getting into tarot and all of that and that sort of thing. But anyway, everyone's got their own opinion on that. So you come from a very religious family, it's everyone's got an opinion, but I don't tell my brothers and sisters how to live their lives. But anyway, all right, now I'm going to do the inside of the ears. Oh, that was too much. Slightly darker color. So what is everyone else doing for Easter? Are you going away? Are you having an egg hunt at home? Let me know in the comments what you're doing. If you celebrate Easter even. I mean, like I said, I've got some very religious people in my family. And I don't know about Easter. Because I think, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. I don't know so much about Easter, but I know with Christmas, my sister would never, they never believed in Santa because they went to church. And so, like, the church they went to, it was like, oh, you can't believe in Santa. It's a sin, to believe in Santa because it's taking it away from Jesus. Whereas, like, my mum didn't raise us like that. We were allowed to believe in Santa. But, like, everyone's got their own perspective on things. Like, I used to think that was quite mean. And, like, well, come on, you're only a kid once. But then also, too, I can see how commercial Christmas has become. So, I can sort of see both sides now that I'm older. But, yeah, but obviously not everyone celebrates everything. Everyone's got different belief systems and all of that. But some people just are in it for the chocolate. I can't say that anymore because I'm not allowed to eat chocolate anymore. I did have a chocolate-coated marshmallow this morning. I did. Like, I needed some sugar. I got up at 4 a.m. with a sick child. I needed the sugar. But I've been pretty good. I haven't been buying chocolate for myself and, I wonder if I've got any brown. I've been eating, like, oat yogurt and Greek yogurt and turkey mince and my almond flour and homemade marshmallows been made. And so, I've been pretty good with my diet because, oh, that's black. I don't want a black rabbit. What do I do a black rabbit? He could be a goth rabbit. I should have made a goth rabbit. I should have done his jacket red. I want a brown rabbit because I want him to look like Peter Rabbit. And look at this. This is the paint they gave me when I bought it. There isn't even any brown in there anyway. What makes brown? I have forgotten what makes brown. I think it's red and green, actually. Let's see if I'm right. I used to know all this off by heart, but when you don't have the time to paint, you forget. Let's just mix this up and see what we get. I hope you can see that. Yes, I think you can. Is that brown? No, that's not brown. Oh, wait. No, look. That is like a brown, yeah. It's not a very nice brown, is it? It's like a... That's alright. He can... Oh, no, actually, it actually doesn't look that bad. And then maybe I can get a lighter brown and just put some flecks of lighter brown over him. Yeah, so we watched Anna Connell on air. I'm having so much trouble talking and it's driving me insane. Cannot wait to get that denture plate. The denture plate's going to be $2,500, just under. So, that's not too bad because I know it could be more expensive. And that's just to replace a few teeth. It's going to have like a metal bridge or something on it. And... So it's not like one of those big pink things. It's just more like a plate rather than a full denture. And apparently it's going to take me a month to learn how to talk or a couple of weeks to learn how to talk properly and like a month to learn how to eat with it. But hey, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. It could be worse. You know, you can replace your teeth. There's some things you can't replace. I've had my gallbladder removed and I can't get a new one of those. So, wish I could. It'd probably heal a lot of my gut issues. But anyway, it is what it is. So last night we watched Anaconda, and oh my god, that movie was amazing. It was so funny. And never laughed so hard. Like, I was crying. I was laughing so hard at this movie. And it was just like every time, like, all these things happened. I didn't know anything about it apart from the fact that it was them supposedly remaking the original Anaconda. And I'm like, that sounds so schlocky, but it's actually so funny. And it's Jack Black. The only bad Jack Black movie I've ever seen is the one about the house with the clock in its walls. That movie was shite. What were you thinking, Jack Black? But apart from that, every movie I've seen him in, I love. And I loved Shallow Hal. It's a good movie. I know some people were like, it's not funny. Gwyneth Paltrow shouldn't have put on a fat suit. It's like, can we stop being so sensitive? She's an actress. You know what I mean? Yes, like, they could have given the part to a bigger girl. But then how would they have done the skinny scenes at the end? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, body double. Is that still offensive? Like, I don't know. But she's an actress, and I mean, I'm overweight. I'm not offended by the movie. I thought it was funny. But anyway, people can have their opinion on that, but I do like that movie. And yeah, so I love Jack Black. He's quite funny. I'm quite sure he's on the spectrum. My daughter just loves Jack Black. She thinks he's awesome. And yeah, so I watched that, and just every time, like, it was just full of all these things that kept happening where you're like, oh, didn't expect that to happen. Oh, didn't expect that person to die. Didn't expect that to happen, you know. And I was just sitting there, like, in shock because, like, yeah, I can't say anything without giving the plot away, but this is like a chocolate bunny. He's darker than I wanted him to be, but that's okay. But yeah, if you're after a good laugh, I would recommend, and you like Jack Black, I'd recommend watching Anaconda. I was crying so much. I was laughing so hard. And, you know, laughter is the best medicine. Speaking of that, one movie that I actually thought that I would really enjoy, that I really hated, I watched it years ago, which was Patch Adams. Like, I thought that was going to be a comedy because it's about a doctor that laughs, and it turns out to be like a really sad story. It was based on a true story too, which makes it even sadder. So yeah, I did not like that movie. And I'm a huge Robin Williams fan, and I was like, nah, that movie is not for me. I didn't like Bicentennial Man either, actually. I'd really like to rewatch that now, because I haven't seen it for like 10 or 20 years, whenever it came out. Maybe now. You know, sometimes when you watch a movie and you love it, and then you watch it like 20 years later or 10 years later, and you're like, that movie is so shit. What was I thinking? Or you watch a movie that you hated and you rewatch it and you go, oh, I really love that movie now. So I think, you know, it depends on what headspace you're in at the time. Sometimes when you watch a show or a movie, but yeah. Another movie I really love is Dumplin' with that Australian actress, don't know her name, and Jennifer Aniston. I'm not much of a Jennifer Aniston fan, but I do love that movie, Dumplin'. So if you're after a feel-good movie and a laugh, watch Anaconda and Dumplin'. Quite sure you'll enjoy them. But yeah, so anyway, apart from that, there's not a lot going on really in my neck of the woods. I do have a Easter gingerbread hut to make, which I'll do on Friday so the kids can eat it on the weekend. That's looking pretty good. My hands are getting a bit sore, but not holding up too bad. I definitely find that I'm getting more strength in my limbs. I went through a stage there where I would not have been able to hold that up for more than a couple of minutes because my whole body was so inflamed. So I definitely have made a lot of improvements in that. Oh, shh, bugger. Must have just, it doesn't matter. I'll paint over it, layer over layer over layer. I've definitely made a lot of improvements with inflammation-wise with stuff throughout my body. It's just getting my stomach under control now. And actually got a parcel today. I got some sugar-free lollies and a new lipstick. I bought some sugar-free lollies from Chemist Warehouse because the chemist here didn't have any, and then Ben went and picked up my script today on his lunch break, and he's like, oh no, the other chemist has a whole heap of sugar-free lollies. So I did buy one packet of like sort of cough lollies that were sugar-free from one chemist, and apparently the other one's got better range. They used to have sugar-free Smarties, which I was, enjoying, but I'm not meant to have chocolate either apparently, so doesn't matter. But yeah, I got the new Barbie, like limited edition Barbie sugar-free lollies, so I might taste test them tomorrow when I'm more awake, so I don't look like a zombie on camera. I know I normally don't care what I look like when I normally film and don't care, but I'm just not not in the mood today. I want to try and look a bit nicer on camera. Sometimes, not all the time. Like, I don't care. I'm not vain, whatever. But I don't want to look like crap every time I film. I want to try and look decent sometimes. And I'm just like, ugh, today. I feel like a zombie today. So that's why I thought I'd do this. I don't have to appear on camera. And I don't have to get out of my PJs. Right, I'm just going to put that down. Go check on my daughter again. Make sure she's eaten her Hydrolite ice block. Okay, I am back. Is that recording? Yes, it is. Sorry. I'm still getting used to using this thing. Yeah, I am back. I've been away for about 20 minutes because of my daughter. I thought she was going to throw up. But crisis averted. She's feeling better now. So come back to finish off my bunny rabbit. And I just found out that my son opened the lemonade last night and left it in the cupboard. And now it's flat. He didn't put it in the fridge, and I was going to use that to make some cakes instead of using eggs, because it's an easy way to make cakes, and the kids love them. So I mean, it'd probably be alright. It's just lemonade, but I don't know. I think it's flat now, so I'll just get Ben to get another one at the shop tonight on his way home. So he's going to get a chicken for dinner, barbecue chicken. But yeah, that's about it. And what else have I been watching? I don't get out much, I've been quite unwell, and so, I watch a lot of YouTube, and that's just what I do with myself when I'm not looking after the kids, because I have to do something to keep myself sane. And I do enjoy watching YouTube and that. I don't really like watching TV. I tend to like reality TV. And I know that a lot of it's scripted, but I still love it. I like trashy TV. It's fun to watch, And I've been watching the 1,000 Pound Sisters. I don't know if the show is still called that. I think it's still called that, even though they don't weigh that anymore. And I've been watching what else? I don't know what else I've been watching, actually. I can't think. I just recently found the TLC Australian YouTube channel, and they've got some extreme couponers on there. And I went through a whole phase where I was watching that, and I used to love watching that. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of it's fake, but it's still fun to watch. And one thing I hate the preppers. My son used to love watching Doomsday Preppers, and a bit like Extreme Couponers. Yes, I can see the merit in storing stuff, but I think some of them take it too far. Some of them, border on hoarding, and I'm like, do you really need 500 containers of laundry detergent just because it was on sale, just because you had a coupon for it? I do like the ones where people do it and they donate it to like churches, and they actually it actually goes to helping multiple people rather than just sitting in someone's cupboard because that person has anxiety. Oh, actually have red. I was mixing the pink and that together and I actually have red. So when I do the second layer, I might just do some red and green. But anyway, yeah, that's what I've been watching. Watching a lot of TikTok. And I want to start looking online at some wedding stuff. I couldn't think about it before, you know, like I haven't been in a good headspace all year. I had my colonoscopy and endoscope and my dental issues hanging over my head, and I felt really weighed down. Like I felt really, really mentally really, really weighed down. And now that, you know, it's coming to the point where I'm nearly at the end of most of it, I'm actually feeling like I've had a huge weight lifted off my shoulders and I'm feeling a lot lighter. I don't know how to explain it. You know, like just you get sick of it. You just get so sick of going to the doctors and going to the dentist and that's all you do. And it does just not, it's not joyful, you know. I wasn't depressed, but I wasn't full of joy either, if that makes sense. I was just kind of like, I'm in the waiting zone and the waiting zone sucks and I hate it here and I don't want to be in the waiting zone. But yeah, like I said, now I'm at the point where I can go and get my denture plate fitted soon. And I'm seeing my specialist next week and it is coming to an end, you know, and I'm feeling, I suppose, hopeful again. You know, I'm feeling like, oh yes, I can get my life back, you know. So that will be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, just trying to take it easy in the meantime, really. But I think, you know, I think once I get on top of these things and once I lose some weight, I will feel better within my body. Like, it's not about looking a certain way. Like, at the end of the day, I don't really care what I don't have a goal weight in mind because I don't know what my goal weight would be. Like, maybe 65 kilos, maybe 60. I really don't know. I want to be fit. I want to be able to run. I want to be fit. I want to be able to just be on my feet all day and not feel like an old grandma. That's my goal, you know. And I want to feel young and full of life, like Scarlett O'Hara says in Gone with the Wind. Oh no, her mother says, of course you want to be young and feel young when you are young, something like that. Something to that effect. Why, it's only natural that you want to be young when you are young. And that's how I feel, you know. I feel like the last while there's just been so much heavy stuff on me and I've had to be like so responsible and there hasn't been a lot of time to just be joyful and be happy and be silly, you know. I've had to be so responsible for like everybody and you know, when do I get to just be like me and have me time, you know? And I haven't had much me time. I've had a lot of time at home, but I haven't really probably been feeling up to actually enjoying it. Like the other day, I just locked myself in the bedroom and I said to Ben, don't come in, I'm dancing. And I just locked myself in there and I just did a bunch of dances and posted them on TikTok and I just zoned out. I didn't have to think about anything and it was really good, you know, just dancing and relaxing and just being chill and just not thinking about stuff. So that was good. And I want to learn to roller skate. I've been saying this for years. I don't know if it's going to happen. My fibro really put a damper on that not happening, but I would love to learn to roller skate. And if I can feel better in the next few months, I'd love to go and do that. So, you know, but like I said, I try not to put too much stock in that because other people can make plans. Other people can go, yeah, I'm going to learn to roller skate, and they can go and do it. And their body doesn't stop them from doing it. But my body could potentially stop me from doing it. So, you know, I try to just need to be realistic too. So it's a real learning curve, learning to deal with chronic illness. And like I said, without even a 100% accurate diagnosis, it makes it even harder. But one day at a time, and just got to be positive, you know. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself at the moment with anything because I don't need it. I can't deal with it, you know. I can't deal with doing anything much at the moment other than getting to my appointments and just being a mum. And once I've got that sorted, then I'll be able to have the room mentally to deal with more. But anyway, it is what it is. We all have our challenges. I don't know if I like that glitter on there now, actually. I feel like I'm regretting that. But it's there now, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe that was a choice I shouldn't have made. Anyway, I think I might just leave this bunny to dry because I've done the bottom of him and I need to let that dry, and I've gone and done that and I don't like it. I think I might just sit him down like that, try and paint over that, and then come back and finish him off later on once he's dry, or tomorrow even. See what happens. Yeah, that looks better. I really don't like the glitter. I shouldn't have done that. Just ruined the look of his smart little coat. Okay, I'm going to just sit him like this now. Oh my goodness, every time I try to cover up one bit, I end up getting the paint on the other bit. It's very hard. There we go. Alright, I'm going to leave it there for a bit and I'll be back a bit later when he's dry to do a bit more. So this is my finished bunny, and I decided just to leave the eyes blank. I liked him better like that, and my daughter suggested I put some glittery paint on the egg, and it didn't look very good to begin with, but then it dried clear, so I'm really happy with that. It's a bit scuffed down there. I can just touch it up after Easter. That little bunny will go on display, and my little girl wanted one as well. She's been sick the last few days, and when she was feeling a little bit better yesterday afternoon, she did this. And so that is our bunnies, and once we make our little Easter display, I will show you guys that. Thanks for watching. Everyone have a great Easter, and I'll catch you in the next video.